In honor of Mother's Day, we honor this earth that we live on, from which each and every one of us spring from its womb. Knowing that we are grateful for all the things that we receive on a regular basis from her bounty and her beauty. The air, the earth, the water, the flowers, the trees, the abundance of food that is provided for us on a regular basis. And we send to her all of our love and healing energy and offer this prayer with all of our love, and so it is.
So it is.
Okay. So I want to apologize in advance of this lesson, saying that some people are going to take it very personally, and it is not intended that way. I have been preparing this lesson for 4 or 5 days, but then something really weird happened, and in the last 48 hours, there's been a number of situations that have made it even more important. It's like, I was playing with the idea, and then it just kind of went, oh my gosh, I definitely have to do this lesson. So we're going to talk a little bit this morning about ego and about the annihilation of self. So one of the goals of a spiritual being, a spiritual person, is the annihilation of self. To become one completely and totally with the universal power, divinity, the collective consciousness, all these things. Does that make sense to you? That's something we talk about all the time. And so, just recently, I've had a number of situations that have come to me, and circumstances that have come to me, people speaking to me, and about the impermanence of reality. The impermanence of our fleshly vessel, the impermanence of situations, and the impermanence of life. And this is ego. This is ego that speaks to us, that says, all of this is impermanent. With impermanence comes a lack of importance, a lack of substantiality. Does that resonate with you? And so what happens is, as a matter of fact, this was a comment that was made to me, and it's like, nothing lasts forever. It was almost like an excuse to behave badly. Nothing lasts forever, so why should I concern myself with anything except that which feeds my ego? I have no accountability, I have no responsibility, I do what feels good in the moment for me right now. I live in the moment. And we teach people to do that. We do teach people to do that. But we teach people to live in the moment with self-accountability and responsibility, understanding what? That we are physical beings, but we are spiritual. Right? This is a temporary shell. We are everlasting, immortal, and forever. We have always been, we will always be. If that is the case, then nothing is forever, everything is forever. So I wanted to share that spiritual thought with you, but also on a vibrational level. If we look at it from a scientific perspective, nothing ever dies. Everything is reborn, transformed, regenerated. Energy is changed. It is changed. It doesn't disappear entirely. It just moves through different states. And that's what we do. So our intentions, our thoughts, our behaviors, our love, our joy, the things that matter to us, are they impermanent? No. They're forever. They echo on and on and on through time on a vibrational level. So let's talk about the physical level. The physicality of our bodies and our minds. We have already established that genetic memory is a scientific fact. There are certain things that are passed on genetically from generation to generation to generation. So do you believe that if you're a happy person, that is passed on from generation to generation to generation? If you're an intelligent person, if you're an awakened person, if you're a responsible person, is that passed on? It is passed on. And so there is no limit to your joy. There is no limit to your happiness. There is no limit to your accountability. It is forever and ever. How does this relate to Mother's Day? How does that relate to Mother's Day, Suzanne? That doesn't make sense to me. It's perfect sense, because we live in the moment often. So I'm walking down the beach and I have my big gulp and I'm drinking it. And I can't find a garbage can. And I'm done. I can't drink anymore. What do I do with it? I put it someplace. Right? Maybe I put it like someplace next to a building, so at least it's on a flat place so it's not tipped over and making a big mess. What if I have gum in my mouth? And I spit it out onto the pavement, onto the road. It's just a piece of gum. Doesn't matter, right? It's a small thing. It's an intention, right? Our thoughts have power. Our behaviors affect everything. So everybody's walking around spitting gum out. Everybody's walking around putting their big gulp down someplace, right? Everybody's throwing that tissue they blew their nose with out the window of the car. Or smoking a cigarette and putting it in my planter. Really? Really? That is not responsible. That is not loving. It is not accountable. And it's not respectful. It's not respectful to our mother. It's not respectful to me as your mother. Certainly it's not respectful to our mother who has birthed us and provides so abundantly for us every single day. And so what should be the vibration that we're working in? What should be the behaviors that vibration births from our heart? If we see garbage on the road, we pick it up. We can't help it. I can't help myself. I'm on the beach, I make my little space, I have to pick everything up within, 100-foot radius. Everything. Cigarette butts, I don't care. Because that's responsible. That's loving. Do we recycle? Do we attempt to recycle? We do.
Yes.
We absolutely do. I know, I take stuff, it's right up the street here. 2 blocks. Giant recycling place. Are we responsible with the resources that our mother provides? Are we reasonable with our water, with our electricity? Are we mindful? Those are things that we should be doing. And I call to everyone that can to change the way that they view the resources that are at their hand, at their fingertips, every day. Because it's no small thing. And each time we wound our mother, it takes her longer to heal. But she does heal, because she's a living thing. Just like we are a living thing, a living organism. And we live on her. Let's not be parasites. Let's be helpful. Let's care for her. Let's love her. And appreciate her the way that we would want to be appreciated ourselves. Knowing that she is not impermanent, disposable, unimportant, momentary. She is eternal and forever. And even if this planet did not last forever, the heart of what she's given us as people, as beings, would reside within each and every single one of us from generation to generation to generation on other worlds elsewhere. Because she is our mother. And so that is my Mother's Day rant. Do not put cigarette butts in my planters. Namaste.